On this episode of Northern News, we'll take a look at the opening of our high school and middle school, showcase our week of respect, get an introspective look at one of our students, highlight our agriculture department, and check in with some of our favorite teachers. All that and more on this episode of Northern News. I'm Ashlee Walsh, and welcome back. In our top story, Northern Burlington Regional Schools recently opened its doors to grades 7 through 12 and welcomed the class of 2026. In a year like no other, Northern continues to provide for its students with the same rigor, relevance, and relationships that makes our school so great.
This fall, Northern Burlington High School started its 2021 academic year. Students were fully remote for a week and then entered the building in small groups as cohorts to ensure the safest environment for instruction.
My name is James Dowd. I teach video production here at Northern. We're doing everything we can to follow social distance guidelines, and everybody is being as safe as possible. I think the school's done a great job of providing us with the resources, and I think the kids are doing a great job of following the protocols and doing the best we can to provide the safest and most engaging learning environment. I'm really excited to be back. We've got a great school, we've got great kids, a great staff, and a great community. So I'm really excited to see our kids back in the classroom, see our kids participating in sports, back on the fields, and involved with activities, because I think that's the best part of going to school is being involved and building those relationships. And we're still trying to provide the same rigor and relevance that we've always done. We're just facing the challenge of distance learning coupled with hybrid instruction. And so I know the staff has been working really hard, and I know the kids have as well. So I'm just really excited and really happy to be back.
Hope everyone has a great school year. For Northern TV, I'm Michaela Meehan.
This school year started off a little bit different, but our teachers are doing their very best to normalize our middle school and make it as comfortable for the students as possible.
Hello, my name is Lauren Delphing, and I am the chorus director in the middle school. It goes without saying that we are certainly experiencing unprecedented times. The start of the school year was a mix of emotions: excited, nervous, tired, and distance learning has certainly been a challenge. However, it's been so exciting learning all of the awesome things that we can do with modern technology. We're participating in active lessons, and we're even doing virtual duets with each other. We are now at 50% capacity, and having the students back in the classroom and hearing their laughter in the hallways makes such a positive impact. During our chorus lessons, we're taking advantage of our time together, and we're starting each class with a music theory lesson. It's super important that we not only are able to sing and make beautiful music, but we understand the root of the how and the why. We have also worked our morning vocal warm-ups back into our routine. While we aren't having a traditional winter concert, the high school choir director, Mr. Taylor, and I are thrilled to share that we will be doing our second annual masked sock puppet competition. That will start in just a few short weeks. We have also started our weekly rehearsals for middle school chorus club on Thursdays after school. For myself and for so many members of the choral department, music is an outlet. So during this time, I am so happy that we are able to come together, whether virtually or hybrid, to share our music. I hope that you have a safe, happy, and healthy school year.
From Northern TV, I'm Emily Walsh.
This past October, Northern observed the Week of Respect by asking students to look at their own words and actions to reflect on how they affect others. Through an array of presentations and activities, students explored how they and their peers experience their world. Let's take a look.
Hi, how's it going? My name is Kiran Ramamurthy, and I'm an English teacher here at Northern Burlington High School. So in the last year's Week of Respect, we kicked off talking about some microaggressions and talking about social media and how some of the things we might not mean to have a negative impact could. So this year's Week of Respect, we came at you in your classes. You did pre-week and post-week activities in your English classes. In your math class, you watched a video by a Benedictine monk on the value of gratefulness in our life. In your science classes, you got to meditate. Hope you enjoyed the experiences. In your history classes, you talked about Black Lives Matter and the history of the American Civil Rights Movement. And in your world language classes, you got a chance to talk about nature in your lives. I got a chance to read quite a few of your journals, and they were beautiful. I enjoyed them quite a bit. I thought you wrote really well, and it felt like, the activities had some value for you all. So in conclusion, I just want to leave you with the idea that these kinds of activities are things that we can tap into at any moment in our lives. We can always kick into gratefulness mode, particularly when we're feeling distressed or upset about something. When you catch yourself in those moments, how can you flip it and turn it into something that you're grateful for, an opportunity that you're grateful for? Meditation is something that gets better with practice. And even if the first experience was negative, it's something that you'll find value in if it's something that you can commit time to. And then, of course, nature is everywhere, right? Look for it, find it, breathe it in.
Northern Burlington's teachers are one of its most valuable assets. Every day, they bring dedication, expertise, and caring to their classrooms and ask for nothing in return. In an effort to pay tribute to them and thank them for what they do, we want to dig deeper into who they are and what drives them in this episode's Teacher Spotlight.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Nadolny, and I teach Marketing 2 and Accounting 2. I'm also the DECA and School Store Advisor here at Northern Burlington. My favorite summer destination is to find new places that I can explore, either in the mountains or at the beach, while hiking or kayaking. All students who have taken a business class or a marketing class, or are currently taking a business class or a marketing class, are eligible to join DECA and to help in the school store. DECA helps you prepare for your future, get involved in community service events, get involved in real-life marketing events, offers many leadership opportunities, many scholarships, networking, lots of fun. There are also competitive events. And the great thing about DECA is you can choose what you want to do. You may only want to compete. You may only want to be part of a leadership opportunity or a community service opportunity. So you can get involved in as much or as little as you wish. My favorite part about teaching is working with my students. I love to see them use what I am teaching in real-world applications.
My name is Mr. Shriver, and I teach U.S. History 2, and I teach current issues. My favorite part about teaching is working with kids. My favorite type of food is probably barbecue, and I like to go to a place in Lambertville that has really good barbecue. I like lots of different types of music, although lately I've been listening to a lot of bluegrass. In my free time, I spend a lot of time with my 2 young daughters and my family. We do lots of things outside. We go hiking, we go biking. I like to do lots of things outdoors, skiing, mountain biking, going to the beach. It's a lot of fun. I've always wanted to teach because I've always enjoyed, ever since I was 13 years old, all my jobs have been working with young people. And I really enjoy when kids finally learn something and they realize it, and that can be very gratifying. One thing that I think my kids don't know about me that I would want them to know is that I can make really good maple syrup, and I grew up making maple syrup, so I have the goods.
While the breadth of talent that Northern students have to offer is no surprise, we took the time to speak to a senior about her passions, her involvement in school, and advice to our underclassmen.
Hi, I'm Avery Flynn, and I'm a senior in the class of 2021. The transition to remote last school year was very difficult for me at first. It's something that I wasn't expecting to do, and I know everybody says junior year is the hardest school year. So transitioning right in the middle of school year definitely affected how I did things and what I was expecting. But as time progressed, I think I got used to it more, and I think it's just something that we all had to deal with, and we were all kind of in the same boat. Learning from home definitely positively impacted my grades just because I could distribute my time how I wanted. So there were some classes where I didn't have as much work, so I could spend less time in there and focus more on things that were important and also college application. So I just have certain days where I just focus on college stuff after the school day is over at 12 p.m. And I literally just spend the next 6 hours working on college stuff, and I don't think I would have been able to do that if we were in school full time. So I'm in cohort B, and the school year is definitely different than I think everybody expected, but so far it's been going smoothly, and I'm just excited to see what happens, and hopefully we can start to progress back to normal. But yeah, I think everybody's kind of just dealing with it the same way and just trying to get through it. I've been just trying to keep in touch with my friends, FaceTime them, stuff like that, just because I know everybody feels alone during this time. So if we try to keep in touch with each other, hopefully that makes some people feel more comfortable with what's going on. And in school, athletic training's still been going on, so I've been helping with the boys soccer team, and also NHS still has been doing tutoring after school to help with underclassmen along with people in our class. So yeah, it's just been helping the school community. I guess the best advice I can give to younger grades is kind of just make the best of the situation. I know it's not what anybody really wanted, and it's probably not what you expected for high school, but it's kind of just the time we're in right now, and if you try to make the best of it and still be involved with school and try to do good in your classes, and make sure to reach out to people if you need help.
The agriculture program at NBC constantly strives to offer students a top-notch education in many aspects of farming, including cultivation, production, and economics. This episode, we spoke with Dr. Robin McLean about her classes, how she's teaching virtually, and what exciting lessons she has in store for her students this year.
I am Dr. Robin McLean, middle school agricultural science teacher and FFA advisor. This is my 13th year at Northern and my 22nd in education, and I feel like a new teacher all over again. I've had to adapt, change, and revise as I try to help students explore and experience the world of agriculture in their lives. Let's take a look at some of the activities I've done to try to help reach our students in the hybrid and the virtual and all the other formats that our learning year might take. Traditionally, students had been greeted when they came into the classroom by an overview of what the day would look like. Now, to help make sure students are all on track and know what to expect, class kicks off with a daily overview. One of the key components that I'm using is breakout rooms, where students are allowed to work together in a small group, facilitating and helping each other, and also getting popped in on by the teacher to make sure that their questions are answered and that they are supported. You'll notice in this example, it even talks about teacher-modeled notes. Now more than ever, helping students understand how to keep track of their materials is critical. For example, in my year-long class, I modeled to them how even if they only have one notebook for all their subjects right now, a good way to keep organized is actually list the lessons and what week they were covered in, or list notes and what date they were discussed on. Modeling these strategies are important to help middle school students be a success during this time. One of the features of exploring agriculture is gaining different perspectives. While we're in a hybrid setting, group discussion takes a slightly different format. It might be that we're discussing an item and students are responding in the chat box, or we're actually all in a group discussion where instead of the traditional whiteboard that the classroom saw, we're brainstorming old school on a flip chart where they're able to see the answers and engage with each other on key concepts in terms of what products and byproducts might be around your home. One of the most challenging classes to adapt for has been the Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources course that is a year-long 8th grade course. Fortunately, that is based on a national curriculum and through a network of educators who started their school year earlier, we've been able to adapt those concepts to a remote and hybrid learning setting that involves using breakout rooms and modified simulations to help students gain that experience.
Thanks for joining us on Northern News, and be sure to check out the rest of our programming on YouTube, and be sure to follow us on Twitter to keep track of what we're up to. For Northern TV, I'm Ashlee Walsh.